was on a call with my business partner and my financial director, and I was just relaying the day, what we had been through as a team there, and it was brutal. It was not a good day for business. It was pretty horrific and just pretty tough. And you could feel that energy on the phone call. Obviously, they understood how big the account was, and like just solid and downtrodden, like was the vibe. And then I'm in a mid-sentence, sort of relaying and discussing what we're going to do next steps, and I just see this head coming up the stairs in the lounge, and then these massive shoulders, which I'll talk about later on too. But mid-sentence, I say, guys, I gotta go. Bryan Habana's in the room. Like, it's the best day. It's awesome. And they got it immediately. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Good. And then we cut the call and we went. So I went to go sit, like, actually get my bag and stuff and sit down. And I ended up sitting opposite him, but he was busy. And he was on work. He was on work thing. I could see he was working on his laptop. And it was so interesting to see him on a laptop that's probably a normal size laptop, whatever, 18-inch screen, but it looked tiny with these broad shoulders, and he looked like he was just chinking away there. And I was just like, oh my God, it's Bryan Habana. And eventually they called my flight, and I was like, jeez, I've got to go say how's it to him. Like, I just got to say how's it to him. And they called my flight again, and as they called it for the last time, he closed his laptop, and I literally slid into his DMs. I slid into him in person, and I just said, Bryan, like, it's such a pleasure to meet you. And he looked at me and he was just like, thanks, man. Like, so how you doing? What's going on? What do you want to, like, what's up? And I was just like, looked at him, I was like, no, I didn't prep any more than that, dude. Like I was like, my flight's going, like, I'm cheers, and I just stuttered and like abruptly left very awkwardly.
One of those awkward ones.
Yeah. And as you know, and we'll discuss later on in many episodes, one of my superpowers is being awkward. So yeah, so I just left very abruptly, got on the plane, 2 hours on the flight in my head, overthinking it and going, geez, how did I manage that one? I landed and I messaged him on Instagram, and I just said, Bryan, like, I just met you at the airport, and I was having this, like, really horrific day, and, like, just seeing you made my day better.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm sorry I stuffed it up, but, like, I meant to say thank you. Like, thank you, because and what I've got from that now is that Bryan, that experience showed me what an incredible machine is. An incredible machine is someone that can enter the room and change the room, just like that. And that doesn't come easy. That discipline, and he's an absolute legend, and also just so amazing. He like just wanted to ask about me and all that. So the training that's come into that, and not being, he's the brightest star in the room. But that's what an incredible machine is. That's the anecdote, I think. Like, and yeah, it's I don't know if you've ever had that experience with anyone, or you feel that.
Yeah, I've had it a few times in my life where someone's walked into the room and it's just changed the dynamics. Whether they changed the dynamics in the room for every person there, or whether it was just me. Yeah, that's an interesting conversation to have.
Yeah, and it is relative.
Yeah.
So your kids,
yeah.
When I noticed this again with my kids, is just when they see me, generally they smile.
Yes.
Like the first time they see me.
Yes.
It's something plays in the memory, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. Those little snippets of being accessed from the database or the memory or whatever like that, and overwhelmingly positive memories equal smile. If there's something, and it's proximity too, so I guess if some things happen really terribly, that you've done something bad, it might take a while to get that smile out. But the overwhelmingly positive memories spark that smile, and just like, yeah. So you can, the fact that you can change people's mood, their experience at that moment in time, just by entering a room. That's aspirational, and we do that as parents. We do that in our own way. And what we want to do here, or what I think we're going to try to accomplish, is get people onto the show that are that for us and for other people, and the leaders and business owners and that sort of stuff, and all the different type of guests we'll get on and speak to them, and then unpack that. So I don't know, I want to get into a bit of the structure, but I don't know if you got anything else to add there.
No, I think it's great. I think I'll tell you a little story quick. Yesterday I was sitting with my editor, and we were editing through a podcast, and we went back into the archives of the specific podcast, and he was telling me a story of when he had edited so many podcast episodes with a specific guest for the podcast that he felt like he knew him, and he walked in. He was on a shoot with us, and this guest walked into the room, and my editor got up and was like, "Hey," waving at the guy, like, "Hey, how you doing? And this dude's like, "Who the heck are you?" But my editor felt like he knew him because of the value he brought, and just by editing him. So it's the perceptions are amazing, and that guy was an incredible machine for him because he knew him, he knew the value he brought, and he felt like he had this familiarity with him. And same with you and Bryan Habana. It would have been, you've never met the guy, but he's made an impact on your life, and you walked up to him like you knew him, and he was like kind enough and gracious enough to greet you back and ask you how your day was. But I'm excited to meet those people.